following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Shannon on stick.
Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday, and you're looking live at the Omni Hotel in Frisco because we have a weird view of Tostitos Championship Plaza. They must have. Chris, is that a remote camera or is it like fixed and it gets bumped?
No, it's a remote.
Oh, it is? Okay. Do you have the remote?
No.
No? Who controls that thing?
There's a remote in the
Control room?
Yeah, main control room.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you're looking live at the Omni Hotel in Frisco, which is next to the Tostitos Championship Plaza, which is outside the Ford Center, which is all here at the Star in Frisco. Kurt,
Yes.
It's 37 degrees.
Hey, I don't like it. It's too chilly.
Winter's finally here. Feels like 32. High today is 60. The low tonight is 41. How you doing, Kurt?
I'm good. Good to see you. I'm glad you can make it.
Glad I could
Me
make
and
it.
Nate
too.
were getting worried.
Nate, how are you?
I'm good, Shannon. I'm looking at this. Where is Sweat, man? I mean, I don't see him on this.
He's on the IR too.
Montez.
Wow. So he's on IR.
Yeah. They're playing pretty well without those two guys. Chase Young.
I better go look at some film, hot and heavy tonight, because this defense, Jack, they're real. But anyway, we're back on calls.
Call us, 888-855-2297. And in the last segment, we will have a surprise guest caller. Well, it's not a surprise. I'll go ahead and tell you. Cowboy Computer trying to throw hands the other night with Bone Thugs and Harmony. So we'll find out what the inside scoop is on that. We'll call him around 12, Chris, in the last segment of the show. And then, just call us, 888-855-2297.
Yeah, I better start looking at some film, because this defense is good on Shannon.
What
wow.
have you been doing if you hadn't
Just
been watching
chilling,
film?
man.
You taking the week off?
No, just chilling, man. I'm like, I better look at some film,
griping
man.
at me for being 1 minute late, and you ain't even watched no film this week. You're our film guy.
It's amazing how sensitive guys get. But let me tell y'all what happened. We were a minute late coming on, and me and Kurt and Scott Purcell are having a great conversation. And all of a sudden, Chris Beam runs in.
Yep.
Hey, man, we're supposed to be on air. So the first thing I called was, hey, call Shannon. And I'm telling Kurt to text Shannon, and he's doing that. And I'm like, hey, and I'm asking Scott Purcell, well, come on in. We can continue this on air until you get here and you come around the corner. Nate, you down. Lord, yeah, like, you know what? I ain't going to be able to win. Where's Jesse?
I just told you to go ahead and start without me. If you wanted to run the show, run the show.
I wasn't going to run the show. I ain't going to never run the show. Where's Jesse?
He's not in that chair. I don't know where he is. He's not here today.
Okay. I don't never want to run the show. I just want to sit here and laugh. I can't even laugh anymore. I can't even have fun.
Why can't you laugh and have fun?
Because I'm arguing with Mickey on how to use
What was the
Pollard.
argument?
And the argument was simply this right here. You mean to tell me you got Amari Cooper outside, you got Michael Gallup outside, you got CeeDee Lamb in the slot, and you got Tony Pollard in the backfield, and you can just dictate to me, oh, they're gonna know that you're gonna use Tony Pollard. It's just, we got these great receivers and a tight end in Schultz, and all of a sudden Tony Pollard is just one of the pawns to the great pieces of what Kellen Moore should be able to do.
So Mickey was saying they'd know it's going to Pollard.
Yeah, they'll know it's going to Pollard. I'm like, no, you won't know it's going to Pollard. It's too many great. I'm going to tell you something, bro. We got to beat the Redskins, and I got to go.
The Washington football team. We're gonna get you out of that before the year 2030.
See, now I can say Las Vegas Raiders and never think
never miss a beat.
No, but why can I not?
Too many.
They scarred me.
That's right.
Too many. I mean, the Washington football team scarred me.
You played there. They
scarred
ruined you.
me, man. They scarred me.
Chris, who we got on the phone?
Okay, so we've got first guy up. We got Josh in Maryland.
Come on, Josh. Tell us what you're thinking.
How about them Cowboys, fella? How y'all feeling?
Let's
All
go.
right.
We're good, brother. We're good.
If I can never get
All right,
past
so-
the Washington football team.
Yeah. Real quick. So I got season tickets to that football team just to root against them this whole year. For the past 3 home games, they've been saying we want Dallas after every win. So our boys got going there not playing around. Fans been yelling we want Dallas, and the players carrying on with them too. For their last 3 home games, they've been hyped, and all they yelling is we want Dallas. They ain't even thinking about the next team. They just been thinking about us.
Wow.
So we can't go in there. Yeah, we can't go in there bojangling around because I'm trying to tell you they ready for us. It's going to rain on Sunday. So go ahead and prepare the players. Throw some water out on that field because it's supposed to be raining all day on Sunday. And you know they got a trashy field. So come on, fellas, let's get in there. Real quick, what's going on with them linebackers? But other than that, all right, fellas.
Hey, you don't
y'all.
happen to have any video of that, do you? Of them saying we want Dallas on your phone or anything?
Oh yeah, my brother got it on his phone.
Send it to us. Send it to Shannon.
Send it to us, and I'm gonna give it to Coach.
Okay, send it to y'all.
Yes.
All right, cool. Send it to your Twitter.
Yes, hit it up. Hanging with the Boys Twitter at HWTB, and we'll get that to Coach. Maybe that'll be some extra bulletin board material this week.
All right, I got y'all. Look out for it. Look out for it later on today. I'm gonna call my brother. He at work right now, but I'm gonna get it to you.
Let's do it. Thanks, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, fellas. Appreciate it. All right,
Nate,
bye.
are you worried? That's the second call in 2 days talking about the linebackers. What are you seeing at the linebackers? Are they just not? Are they getting those second level blocks and just not able to get off of them? Or they? Is Micah just getting there before they are? Or what's going on?
I purposely for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I made up in my mind. And I said and I tell church and stand back, I said, I'm not going to talk negative about this kid anymore. I'm not going to say anything that's not positive.
Which kid? LVE? Yeah.
When he came off his neck surgery, I sat right here and looked at you 2 guys in the eyes. I said, fellas, is this guy going to be willing to repeatedly stick his head in there
Yeah, that's tough.
and make some big plays? It has caught up with him. He is not the same guy. And that's all I'm going to say. He's not the same guy. Now, I will say about number 42, it's one thing to walk up as a safety and be the extra guy and the running back have to dodge you. It's another thing when you have to walk up and be counted.
And some beef is on you.
And some beef is on you. And that is what has happened to our linebackers. We need for Gregory and for
Gallimore?
Gregory and
Lawrence
to play their normal defensive end position. So our linebacker can be the linebacker that we
Parsons can
need.
sit back there.
That's what I've always feared at the beginning of the year. I fear it now. You want him to be the greatest pass rusher in the world. We got 2 guys that are natural at that position. Let this kid be a linebacker so LVE and the other kid can be dominant.
You know what? That's probably one of the most under talked about stories of the season is the Jabril Cox injury. Mm-hmm. Because not only were you counting on him to be there when you let Jalen go, right? That was probably a big factor in that.
Sir.
Now that's one less body you have in there.
Yeah.
And 2, not only is it affecting the team now, but think about all the games that he's missing as a rookie.
Yes, sir.
That sets him back basically almost a full year of experience he would have gotten this year. So that's a big time injury that happened earlier in the season.
Definitely, for sure. And are they missing because they've been without Gallimore, Brent Urban's out for the year? Some of those guys in the defensive line middle. Is that hurting the linebackers?
Yes, it is, because for these linebackers, no matter how great you are, you need some beef up front. Not necessarily some beef, and I've probably been putting this wrong. You need some athletes or some guys that's willing to eat up blocks. And when I can block you single and get off up to the next level, I can double team you and get off to the next level. Now your linebackers can't run free. You know, we got linebackers that can do it. I mean, even Leighton, he can do it, but when you got to deal with these big healthies, guys that are 300 pounds, 290 pounds on you, and now the running back coming on. Now you need to get off and get to a screen, and that's not been happening for us. That has not been happening for us, and so even though we've been able to play against a team, the Saints, that are not very good, and do what we needed to do to win, that's not going to happen against this Washington team with Gibson. Gibson bringing it. Then they got this other kid that's a running back. They bringing it, bro. They coming downhill, and their linebackers, they're not scared of your linebackers. Even as great as Parson is, Gibson ain't scared of him. And then when you take Parsons and say, "Hey, I'm the right or left defensive end," all they got to do is run up to the line and say, "Check with me." They gonna see number 42 and Leighton at linebacker. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Let's go. You're not making it, This is playoff time, fellas. And for some of us, we're in the playoffs right now with 5 games left, 4 games left. Some of these, we're in the playoffs, and so
yeah, they were talking about this game is because because how fired up the Washington fans are and the ramifications, what's going to happen. They said this is going to be a playoff atmosphere.
Can't wait. Chris, who we got on the phone?
We got your boy Anthony from Miami.
Yo,
what's up, Anthony?
Real
Anthony.
Nice.
What's up, my dudes? What's up, baby? Why y'all be laughing, man? Y'all know I only got 30 seconds, man. Look here, man. I'm going to say something real quick about what's happening. All we got to do, man, is make these adjustments. Everybody know the adjustments. The fans, the know-it-alls, the TV pundits, everybody knows some of the adjustments. They glaring. Make the damn adjustments. Stay kind of healthy. Washington played Philly twice and Dallas twice. If we can't beat them one time, if we beat them one time, shit over. It's over.
Okay. I hear you, boy. Shadow Mama started some with that word S. Yeah.
That's it?
That's it. He said it's over. Yeah.
That's all he got?
Yeah.
Chris, did you hang up on him or did he hang up?
No, I hung up. 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And I'll finish this for
Jesse's
Anthony.
not here. You want to get rid of the 30 seconds? I don't know.
No, we're keeping that. That's a
The
staple.
obvious
Because they
thing
keep
is
asking me about the 30 seconds.
Do they?
Everybody calls.
the obvious thing is fix the adjustments.
What's the obvious adjustment you need?
Offensive line,
Okay, so how do we fix that?
play calling, knowing your personnel.
Mm-hmm.
We that 3 yards in the cloud of dust thing that I was talking about 4 or 5, 6 weeks. That's over.
None of this just slamming it up the middle.
No, you don't have Zeke no more. Now, when you have him for the first quarter till you get hit on that knee, and then all of a sudden you don't have him no more. Now you're gonna try to slam Tony Pollard up in there. That's unfair. Don't ask that kid to do that. Find ways, man. And go. And if you have to, Coach, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to win games. I'm trying to get us in the playoffs. If you have to, go watch and see how New England did it. They ran the ball 40, 50 times. Look that up for me, Kurt, if you don't mind. They ran that ball. And then they started up the middle. Then they moved it to the outside. Then they pulled people. Then they slanted. Then they trapped folks. They did it 1,000 different ways. It's 1,000 different ways to attack a defense. It's 1,000 different ways. All you got to do as a player is to be willing to concentrate, and a player and a coach to be willing to put it in. It's 1,000 different ways you can use these guys.
46 times they ran the ball.
How many times they threw it?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we got the receivers. We have the receivers to do this.
How much is the Cowboys' lack of or the struggles on the running game hurting Dak? Because he's obviously looked off.
Yeah. You know what, man? If you'd asked me this 6 weeks ago, I would have just said, you know what, let's get better. We're in this stretch now where your quarterback has to know what is happening on the field. Your offensive coordinator has to know what is happening. Everybody just have to buckle up, go with what they have. I can't answer no more than to say, okay, is it the offensive line? Well, you know what? Your quarterback should know this too. You have Tony Pollard. You have CeeDee Lamb in the slot. Get the ball out of your hands. If it's not there, throw it away. And Nate, you're sounding so simple. That's what the better teams in the leagues are doing. if they are faced with a bad offensive line or average offensive line, they're designing plays, they're getting the ball out of their hand, or you got to take off.
So you
got to take
our offensive line average now? Because at the start of the year, we were thinking they were one of the best in the business.
They are average, and what I can't figure out, is it the coaches, is it the scheme, or is it all the players? Because it's too many ways. I'm seeing the better teams in the league finding ways. Your quarterback, it's either the play's there, get them into a better play, or get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10, there's 2nd and 10, there's 3rd and 10. And I'm just saying, if the offensive line that bad, you got to figure out a way. I know that Tony Pollard gives you a different option than Zeke. And I know that if the offensive line is that bad, which I don't think it is, I think it's an average to good offensive line. So that means that we should be able to run the ball through good coaching. We should be able to pass the ball through better players. And we should be okay. Now, we are so secretive around here. If Amari's hurt, don't play him. Yep. If Zeke is hurt, don't play him. And find out a way. Because I'm looking at a defense that I'm thinking is playing real well, and they don't even have their stud players.
They got better when they lost. When they lost Chase Young, they started playing better.
Right. They ain't got Montez Sweat. What's wrong here? I mean, your coaches got to step up. So, coaches, step up.
When you're talking offensive line, is that Kellen Moore calling plays? Is it Philbin trying to?
It's Coach Philbin and Coach Kellen getting together and designing up some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's saying, hey, besides the holding calls, the left guard,
Williams
is better than Montgomery.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what, fellas? You've had 10 days. I know you've scouted yourself. Find your 30 best plays, run and pass, and find ways to run your 30 best plays. You cannot go up in here, lose to the Redskins.
Washington football team.
Lose to the Washington football team. Thank you. Every time.
Every time I'm going to stop you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We're going to break it. We're going to break him, Kurt.
Yeah, just by trying to, potty train me, just like you're doing your kid. Baby, you can't boo-boo on the ground. We can't have you
I'm going to say that. You can't boo-boo on their name. Stop. Yeah. Can't boo-boo on their name.
The Washington football team, I've seen too many teams here in the last week or so that have gotten better because their coaches knew we have to enforce upon you, this is the way we got to do it to win games. The better teams will make that transition. If we are a good team that's looking to get better, we will transition and get better. Now is the time. And I know this probably ain't in this new generation. I know this is not the right thing to say, but I'm saying when our generation, where the coach would come in and say, fellas, we got 5 games. We don't care nothing about mama. We don't care nothing about daddy. We don't care nothing about the babies. We don't care. All of this is predicated on how dedicated you are. If you have to take your tablet home and be looking at film and go in a room by yourself to look at film to make sure you have the game plan intact. So when we play the Washington football team, we will be totally all bought in. Do you think the receivers last night for the New England Patriots and their quarterback said, we're going to throw this ball 50 times. I mean, we're going to run this ball 50 times if we have to. You think the quarterback really bought into that? Yes, he did. You think the wide receivers really said, man, I got to tangle with this guy.
I got cold and snow and wind, and I'm going to get 3
And I got to block down on a big old outside linebacker, which they everybody bought in.
Yeah.
Do you think the Cowboys are buying in?
Hope so.
I don't know, but if we don't go to break, we ain't buying nothing because we got to pay some bills, and we'll be right back. Call us.
I ain't seen no thighs yet.
888-855-2297.
I ain't had no donuts yet. We ain't had no coffee yet.
And we will have Cowboy Computer later on in the show to talk about.
We're going to get Computer, but we can't get nothing to eat.
Trying to get that smoke with Bone Thugs when we come back.
What type of smoke?
Hanging with the boys. We'll find out.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party?
Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit CowboysTravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit CowboysTravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Go.
You going?
He said go.
I'm just waiting to see how awkward I can make it. Celebrate Christmas
Good
at the
job.
Star with Cowboys Christmas Extravaganza powered by Reliance. A 20-minute show electrifies the Star Frisco with a powerful mix of game day excitement and Christmas cheer every Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. through December the 18th. Admission and parking are free. For more info, visit thestardistrict.com. I went out there
Make
Saturday
Santa
night.
Claus awkward here.
Sorry about that. I
Had a few fans, few listeners sending us videos of Washington folks saying we want Dallas.
Yep. Keep sending them. If you got any of the team, like our caller said, send us those too, and we're gonna see if we can get those in a team meeting this week. Get the boys a little extra fired up. So, who we got on the phone there, Chris?
We've got Rob in Virginia Beach.
Rob and VB, where you? What's happening?
Hey, man, just wanted to kind of go back to the last segment what Nate was talking about. One of the things I feel like is an issue is with Dak getting through his reads really slow. So I feel like by the time he goes through his reads after he hikes the ball and he dumps it down to Zeke, there's already a cornerback or a safety in his face for no gain. I feel like that's an issue that happens often. And I know he plays well in the 2-minute offense. We can't do that the whole game, obviously, but he needs to get his mind moving faster. I just wanted to say that, and I'm with you, Shannon. I'm scared of Washington. Bye.
Later. I'm not scared. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not scared. I just need to see them go out.
He's nervous.
And beat a team. I need to see them dominate like they dominated the first 6 games of the season. Just go beat the brakes off these guys, and I am 100% fine. If you go up there and squeak one out, or you lose, I'm still concerned.
How much of just a mental lift is it going to be getting these guys back? Gregory, Gallimore, those guys.
It's going to be big because now you can, I tell you, it's always been okay. If we do this, if we can get, and if we can get number 11. Michael Parsons, we can get him at defensive end. He can be the greatest defensive end ever. But nobody never thought, well, what do you do at linebacker?
Yeah.
When you put this kid on the right or left side, and they say, okay, well, let's just run up the middle now. Or let's just run off tackle the other side. Okay. But if he was at linebacker, see, this is like playing video games. But next time we'll put him at linebacker so he can cover both sides of the field. Why do you think that way in the first place?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we didn't have no defensive ends. Now we getting our defense. That's why I feel good about our defense. if we can get our defensive ends back, along with Gallimore and Tristan Hill is starting to flash. Now that takes our young guys and gives them 35 or less plays. Now everybody can play wide open, and we don't never have to take Parsons off the field. Never. Because we got all these studs and all of these players. Now we can be a defense that comes forward as a wall instead of a piece of a defense that comes from from an angle. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden our cornerbacks can play freer and don't have to be perfect for 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, while quarterbacks are running around finding open players. So now we get to play as one unit. Now we get to play, how they said, when the offense helped the defense and the defense helped the offense and playing all this complementary football. Yeah, now we really get to play complementary football. Now we don't have to ask for Leighton to be more than what he is, or we don't have to ask for number 42 to be more than what he is, Neil, to be more than what he is. You know, so it can play out better, man. It can play out better. Our defense can really control a game. If our 2 defensive ends are there, along with Gallimore, we can really try to have a chance to control a game.
All right. Who we got, Chris?
We got Mohammed in Kuwait.
Hey, what's up, Mohammed?
What's up, Mohammed?
Hey, guys. I was hoping Jesse would be in on this call, but he's not in. This one's for Shannon. My son said, Dad, how come you always watch the show on the big screen, always have your headphones on, laugh your head off, and we never hear anything they say? I told him because it's an X-rated show. How could it be X-rated if I've never seen a naked person on the screen? I said, because it's the language they use that's X-rated. You have to be 125 years old before I let you listen.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna split my decision. I'm gonna be half with Nate and half with Shannon because I'm a bit worried about what's gonna happen on Sunday, and I'll hang up and listen. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you, Mohammed. Thanks for listening. Thanks for protecting your kid. Save him as long as you can. Don't let him listen to this trash.
Oh, no.
And
I heard him get him on, man. Shoot, we're friendly.
And you know what? Like, I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna say I'm kind of 50-50 too, but I'm not. I mean what I say. Like, I get what Nate's saying. But I need for me to feel confident and feel good. I don't want to squeak out every win until the end of the season. That's the old Cowboys. I want this new, energized, Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn coordinated team with Mike McCarthy at the helm and all this young energy to go just beat some ass the next 5 games. That's what I want. I don't want to squeak them out like we used to. So, yes, I want to see them dominate somebody.
How many? If you want to see that, this is what has to happen. I haven't said this in over a year because we haven't had this team in over 3 or 4 years. If you want that to happen, you know what has to happen? You have to take defense on the road that dominates. You have to have a consistent run game that is nice. And you have to have special teams that are outstanding. That is what you have to have, especially within your division. You have to be the dominant defense. You have to have a nice running game, and you have to have special teams. Which one of them are you think is going to show up this week?
Don't know. Defense?
Oh, you praying, ain't you? See, and that's what it is. What it is. It is what it is. When you go into your opponent's backyard, one thing they have to know, like last week when the football team showed up to Las Vegas Raiders, they knew one thing: our defense is going to be on point. Mm-hmm. Our run game is going to be intact. Now, if your special teams don't mess it up, it gives your young quarterback a chance to do what? Win the game at the end. Mm. Yeah. And did he not do it? Yeah. The guy before the caller said, Dak needs to do this better and Dak needs to do that better. All I want is for our defense to do its job, for our offensive coordinator to find a way to feature Tony Pollard. Our special teams don't mess it up. Yeah. Give us field position so Dak can win the game. It's never going to change. It's never going to change.
Yeah. What do you think about this? This morning on The Fan, the flagship station, Jerry Jones said he was asked about who's going to play Lyle Collins or Terrence Steele, and he said both.
Maybe we're going to put him. Maybe we're going to put one of these guys at tight end. Maybe we're going to come back with Jumbo Looney being Jumbo Steele.
Surely they won't rotate them at that tackle position, will they?
Not you're making a run for the playoffs. I don't know. I hope we're not that type of coaching staff, but if they are, so be it. We got to win the game. But we got to be able to get Tony out on the edge. We got to be able to get him the ball in open space so he can do his thing. He has proven he can do it. So give him the opportunity, because I'm going to tell you what they're going to do with us. This guy called Gibson. They're going to hit us with the left. They're going to hit us with the right. They're going to hit us with Gibson. This dude is turning out to be a nice running back, man.
All right.
And don't forget about J.D. McKissick. He's not hurt either, right?
No,
that dude would catch the ball.
No, he can catch.
You know what? And they're going to try to put him with either 42, Neal, or either 55, as I got it right, LVE. Do you want that? Their offensive coordinator ain't going to shy away from that.
Yeah.
Why can't we do it? We got Tony Pollard. He can do the same thing McKissick can do, even better. That's just my belief.
All right, Chris, let's take one quick one, and then we'll go to break, and then we'll get Computer on the phone. Who we got?
We got Ray in San Antonio.
What's up,
I got
Ray?
a question for Computer.
What's up, Ray?
How you doing, guys? Number one, I know I don't have a lot of time. I'm just honored to be on the show on my birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir. And all I got to say is offense wins games, so our offense needs to take over, and so our defense can win that championship for us. And can I do a quick birthday shout-out?
Yeah, go ahead on, bro. Hurry up.
My girlfriend, Chrissy, was on the 28th of November. My brother is on the 12th, Richard. And I want to thank y'all. I'm doing my football point. Thank y'all very much.
All right.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'm telling y'all something, man. I'm telling y'all something. I'm excited about this game. I'm excited.
Tell us.
Shadow, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's take a break.
When you go up there, hurt some folks, bro. Just get up in there and go to throwing hands, man.
No, Nate.
Come on, man. Capital punishment.
That's what in the Capitol. I like it. I like it. That's what a Computer
on
did.
the Washington football team.
That's what Computer tried to do this past weekend.
I heard you say he threw a water bottle. That ain't bringing hands. I'm going to ask him about that.
When we come back,
he did.
We will ask him what the hell happened this weekend between 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs on Versus. When we come back on the People Show, hanging with the boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. We're turning your living room into your office and your gym. We're teaching Grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
It's holiday season. Visit the Star to get your photo with Santa. Presented by Monument Realty. Nate, I want to see you go sit on Santa's lap this year. Santa Claus.
I lost weight. He'll be all right.
Will be at his Cowboys themed cottage in the Star District across from Ascension on the Star Boulevard from November 26th through December 24th. For more info and to book your photo, visit thestardistrict.com/Santa.
Mommy, Santa isn't fat. What's wrong with it?
All right. Welcome to the show, our good friend and loyal listener, Cowboy Computer. What's up, Computer?
What's up?
Computer, I got one question.
Yes.
And I accept whatever answer you give me. They said you threw a water bottle. I'm like, no, Computer threw hands. They say no, he threw a water.
I didn't throw the water bottle.
Okay, all right.
Video to prove it here.
See, I didn't want no smoke. So what happened?
Right.
Okay, they had 3 6 Mafia had us going up against Bone, which is no competition. Kind of like the Cowboys going up against the rest of the NFC East. There's no competition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we get out there, we smoking these folks, we bringing out this rapper. We done brought out Terrence Howard, Lil Wayne.
Right.
They just upset.
Right.
So Busy Bone decided to throw a microphone and then throws a water ball.
Right, okay.
And called Paul, just, you know how them real light-skinned guys here, they always think they look better than everybody else.
Right,
he called us a bunch of ugly MFers.
Right.
And threw the microphone at Gangsta Boo, which is a female.
Right.
And then threw the water bottle at Paul and Juice.
Right.
So Paul and Juice, so when he did that, you know, I'm like, oh, no, So I just, like a good linebacker, a good rover, good end, whatever you want to call me, I slid through everybody, got to the front.
Right.
Started punching folks because they were trying to hit Paul and Juice.
Right, okay.
And a little scuffle broke out, yep. So,
I love that.
So, you know, I had
but be careful, man. Don't get hurt.
No, see, Paul and Juice, you know, they can't hit nobody, but I can hit them. You know
right.
I ain't worth $30 million. They ain't gonna get nothing out of me but some lawyer fees.
Yeah, you be careful, man. Nobody got hurt bad, did they, Computer?
No, nobody get hurt. I was throwing a couple lefts and rights. Nobody get hurt.
Yeah.
Them jokers over there were so high, you could have hit them all night. They wouldn't have been.
Yeah, he apologized after the show, didn't he?
Yeah, he came. No, he came out in the middle of the show, and we restarted the verses back up.
Right.
And he apologized.
So that whole thing, that versus competition, that's not. They don't give you the lines and all that stuff. You guys, they write that on their own.
Oh yeah, that wasn't no reality show. That was real life. I mean, we said it was staged, so so people won't be tripping. But that's real deal. 3 6 Mafia and Bone been beefing for 20 years.
Right.
Really? Oh.
Because Bone stole 3 6 Mafia style, and then Bone was more popular.
Right, they was.
They had more sales, but
the
difference was Paul and Juice made their own music, and then by them having to do everything they sell, they end up beating Bone. Like 3 6 Mafia is still relevant today.
Right.
Bone ain't had a hit, and his last was a pup. So,
hey, before we talk about this game here, man, have you and Jones made up yet from Kansas City? Have y'all made up yet?
Oh no, I ain't seen his big tail, but guess who I got into it on
Who that?
Twitter? Ray Crockett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go up on him. I said, y'all up there cheating with them offensive lines y'all had going. That's the reason why y'all won them couple Super Bowls.
Right.
He was like, no, bro, when you on that team, why you got to go up on me like that? I said, you ain't hear Dallas walking in the restaurant talking about, what's up, Cowboys fans?
Right.
I ain't gonna let you come down here and act like that. We don't come up to Denver and go out to eat and act the fool. We come up there and beat y'all, man. Go home.
Right.
Take your butt home.
Okay.
But how you gonna be somewhere talking noise about Cowboy fan and you go in there and eat their food? You know somebody done peed in your plate, man. You better take that tail home.
All right, now let's bring it up to date, man. Help Shannon.
All right, Computer, I got a question for you. Did you listen?
Okay.
You listen to the show yesterday?
Yes, I listen.
You on my side or you on Nate's side of the fence?
I'm on Nate's side.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I told you that.
You ain't concerned.
You that from Jump Street.
But you ain't.
That picture, when I said help is on the way.
But you ain't.
First of all, you got to realize, okay, the Denver game, that was I don't know what that was.
Right.
You know, I guess every year's team gonna have one of those.
Right.
I agree.
You know, then we went up to Kansas City. Chris Jones ain't had a sack since that game. You know that, don't you?
Right.
You know that, don't you?
Right.
He ain't had a sack since that game. He won't have another one.
And then what happened?
You know what I'm saying? That was some. I don't like that because he's famous and I'm not.
Right.
Because he don't play. He can play like that every game. I know him.
Right.
He can play like that every game if he want to.
Right.
But the only reason why he did that was because his feeling was hurt.
Right. Wow.
You don't see it no more, do you? I mean, what kind of player is that? I mean, how you gonna have a player that can play like that and dominate and don't do it every week?
Mm.
That made me more mad in it because I knew he was gonna do it.
Yeah. Wow.
And
I'm still upset about it.
Keep going. Then what happened?
You talking about 4 weeks? It ain't been 4 weeks. It's been 12 days.
That's true.
That's right.
You looking at it 7 days. No, we don't get 7 days like everybody else. We got to play 3 games in 12 days. We played 3 Thursday night games.
Right,
we played
right.
more preseason games than anybody else has had.
That's right.
Then the Cowboys play in a state that don't believe in COVID protocols. That's another thing going against us.
Yes, sir.
But you dropped
And then you got the
4 of
referees in
6.
the league jumping on us every week. With
Hey,
some crap.
don't bring the refs in there. Don't bring the refs in there.
Preach, computer.
Don't bring
Preach, computer. Don't listen to Shannon. Go ahead on, computer.
All right, Nate, you blaming the refs?
I'm telling you like my daddy told me a long time ago. He said, "Son, 2 things a man don't need: there's a bad woman and a bad car." The Dallas Cowboys, what we don't need is we got bad fans that be hating on us, and then we got these referees in the league.
What kind of car you drive, computer?
I got a Mercedes and a Ford.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Go ahead on now. Go ahead on. Don't stop. It's your show.
Well, she ain't my girlfriend. She's like a friend. She's expensive, so I can't afford a girlfriend.
You can't afford a girlfriend? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because my best friend take all my money, so I can't afford a girlfriend.
All right, so before we get out of here, got a couple minutes. You're not so you think they're fine. You don't need to see them just go out and dominate somebody to remind you of how good they were at the beginning of the season?
No, because let me take this out. The reason why we haven't, you have to realize, man, we have not had a pass rush. Any quarterback, I can go back there and throw on a team and get some completions and beat a team if I don't get hit. Those guys out there are good, man. You know what I'm saying? They might be sorry, but they still good enough to get to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a pass rush. Randy Gregory, you ain't got to realize since we done took this little lump, Gregory's been gone. Parson can't do it by himself. We need more dogs up front. And then we had this issue going on with the offensive line. We got to realize the offensive line coach ain't been there in 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
That's the problem with the offensive line. Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore don't call the O-line.
It is.
Nate explained it to them. There's a lot go into the offensive line. Calls and defense and them being in the right position.
Preach.
There's a lot that goes into this. See, people don't realize that then you ain't had your head coach. The Cowboys are not God. They can't just win out the blue. You know what I'm saying? They
Yes, sir.
Anybody else, they would have been making excuses. But see, people not going to make excuses and tell the truth because they want the narrative to stay up. The Cowboys are sorry. You know what I'm saying? They can't say, well, you know, if that would have happened to anybody else, they'd explain how many players been gone, especially Romo. He didn't say nothing about it when we played that Kansas City game. He didn't say nothing about the production that was off the field, none of that. Mari Cooper been gone. He done had COVID. CD was out. Gallup just came back. Come on, man, give him a little time. Now, if they go out there and we don't do what we got to do against Washington, it ain't gonna be the defense. It's gonna be Kellen Moore. Don't y'all think? Let me ask you this: y'all think Kellen Moore trying to get Mike McCarthy fired so he can get the job? Because he has been enough.
I hope that ain't happening, computer. I hope that ain't happening.
I mean, he might have learned that from Gary. That's what Gary did.
Oh, man.
Joe Jones was smart enough to fire him before he pulled that on him.
Oh, my God.
All right, computer, we out of time, man.
I don't want to put the man out there like that, but he got to prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You want the team to prove you. That's what you need to be mad at is Kellen Moore.
I ain't mad at
all this creativity.
I ain't mad at nobody. I just see Danny McCray out there stalking in the hall, walking back and forth in front of the glass.
Computer, it's been a blast, man.
Them guys, they can wait. We in here with Nate Newton, the Super Bowl winner.
Computer's been a blast, man.
It's a champion show right now. Everybody, I went to the verse and everybody was talking about y'all. I got Paul, Juicy. I even had Wiz Khalifa. You know, he was still as fast. Man, you got to listen to my boys hanging with the boy. He said he gonna listen. Me and Wiz been talking every day for the past couple of days.
You keep talking us up, computer.
Yeah,
you be safe.
Me and him got into it because he talking about he like Parsons, but he don't like the Cowboys. Me and him about to get into a scuffle in the back there.
Yeah. He a big Green Bay fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he a big Green Bay. I'm about to fold him upside his head. I said, Lil Wayne, I tell you about them Cowboys.
Don't hurt that dude.
They just take you through fighting. And then you know what was funny was, I was watching the game. So we sitting there in the dressing room, in the green room. I'm watching the game on my phone. Steve Rifkin, Wiz Khalifa. I mean, everybody in the world in there taking pictures. They said, man, look at this fool sitting up in the corner watching the Cowboys. I was like, man, I ain't studying y'all right now. Y'all better leave me alone while I clear this room out.
Got his priorities.
That's what happened. He got all worked up watching the Cowboys beat on New Orleans. He wanted to go beat on somebody's head.
Oh, yeah.
Walked out on stage.
The fight broke out right after Tony Pollard took that one to the house. the way he ran down that field, the way I ran over there on the other side.
All right, computer, we got to go. Hey,
have a good one, bro.
If you free on Friday,
y'all follow my girl HB page too.
Okay.
All right,
we'll love y'all. Peace out.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. Nate.
Wow.
Good seeing
well,
you.
You see how these Cowboy fans rallying, man.
If you ever need to feel good as a Cowboy fan, we'll just call computer.
Heck yeah.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. William, thanks for keeping the live streams up.
Man.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Your mama done started that S word on our show.
I know.
It's coming out big.
Cowboys offense, Washington football team, Nate.
Washington, we're not going to boo-boo on the floor.
There you go. Defense tomorrow and Survivor. Danny McCray still alive, still surviving.
Yes, sir.
On the People
bring
Show.
the shirts tomorrow.
I got him. On Hangin' with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?